Interphase Video presents Fairfield Today. Brought to you by Fairfield Federal Savings and Loan, Fairfield Medical Center, Fairhope Hospice and Palliative Care, the Fairfield County Board of Developmental Disabilities, Dagger Law, and the Frank E. Smith Funeral Home.
Welcome to Fairfield Today here at Fairhope Hospice and Palliative Care, home of the Pickering House. Hi, I'm Kim Shook, Community Education Coordinator here at Fairhope, and on the show with us today is Kristin Glazier, our President and CEO. Welcome.
Welcome.
So we're just glad to be with you today and talk to you about National Hospice Month and Veterans being the month of November. And so it's just a great month to honor our veterans and talk about hospice care and what we do here at Fairhope.
Yeah, it sure is. We, of course, both very special things. Our veterans are very important and special to us. And of course, you know, we love the chance to just kind of talk about hospice and really during the month of November just share and get the word out that we're here and, you know, we're here for the community.
Yes, we've been here in the community since the early 1980s, and we got our start with the Visiting Nurses Association, and it's just a great time with Dr. Snyder and some of the other founding physicians here in town started our hospice program here in our community, and it's a gem that we have here in the community with the Pickering House.
Yeah, it sure is. We've, you know, I think a lot of you have known that prior to me being appointed CEO here, that many years ago, back in, the 90s, when I worked with hospice, we were in a completely different office, a lot smaller, and so as Kim talks about how we got our start, it really does, you know, I'm proud that I was able to be in kind of the second stage of that start, and we were just at a small building there, had 30 patients, and really to look at how we've grown, where we've branched out to in the communities, and Central Ohio here, so it's just a really great time to be providing hospice through Fairhope in Lancaster and surrounding areas.
Yes, and our name is Fairhope Hospice. So Fair is for Fairfield, HO is for the Hocking County that we serve, and Perry for the PE part is for Perry, and we cover all the way to Athens and northern Fairfield County, lower Licking County, so we cover a lot of service areas, as long as we're an hour radius of the Pickering House to care for the patients in their home, wherever that may be, facilities that we cover, lots of nursing homes and assisted livings in our communities that we serve.
I'm sure there's a lot of people that don't realize that's what the Fairhope name really means. So I thought that was clever. I'm really curious to figure out who created that. So we'll have to look into that.
We need to figure out who was the mastermind behind Fairhope's name.
But it is important for everybody to know that it's not just Fairfield County. It is those surrounding counties, like you talked about. And I think the reason that we set, you know, our area within an hour from the Pickering House is because we're available for care for 24/7, 24 hours a day, 7 days a week. So we have on-call staff, and you know, the importance is really getting to the families when they need us. And so if we have to be much further than an hour away, that really, you know, an hour is a long time to wait when you have questions and you're anxious or, you know, you really need something. So our goal at Fairhope was always just to be an hour away, make a phone call, and send our nurse to help you out, you know, whether that's the middle of the night or the middle of the day. So
just a phone call away. And our number is 740-654-7077. So yes, just give us a call and you know, talk about what your needs are, and we can work through that with our complete team. We have social workers that can help assist for placement and things when folks are being discharged to determine if they need to come to the Pickering House. Of course, it's only a short amount of time here at the Pickering House, but just lots of good things. Our chaplains that we have and our grief team, and so. And then with our, what else? Other things that we cover is also we honor veterans, and that's what our show is about today. Mostly is going to be our veterans program, and we have Bill Reed, an Army veteran, with us today. So welcome to the show today.
Thanks for having me.
we've been able to spend some time together this week, haven't we?
Yes, every morning.
Yes, every morning. Talking about freedom's never free, and just talking about you and being a veteran. And so it's great that you're here with us today.
I appreciate it.
Yeah.
So tell us, how did you become involved with being a veteran and your family history?
Well, family history goes back 9 times. Great grandpa was a captain in the Revolutionary War.
Oh,
I had a great uncle who was in World War One. My great great grandfather and 2 of his brothers all enlisted down at Chillicothe and fought in the Civil War.
my goodness.
And then my father was in the Navy. He joined the Navy right, actually a couple of days before graduation from high school. And that was the end of World War II. And then how I got involved, I was in college, and I went to the mailbox, and I had a letter saying greetings.
Oh, okay.
So I got drafted out of college, and I was in from 72 to 74 then,
Okay.
in the United States Army.
There you go.
Great. And so what area were you deployed to or served?
Well, I took basic Fort Knox, and I went to Fort Gordon, Georgia for AIT, for military police school.
Oh.
And I had orders for Vietnam, but I graduated from AIT, and it was into March of 73,
Okay.
and they was bringing people home. So instead of sending more over, they sent me to Germany for 18 months.
Did they?
Yeah, so
What did you do then when you were in Germany? Just,
military police.
okay.
And I wasn't assigned to a field unit. We were regular, like, road patrol,
Okay.
like sheriff, state highway patrol, And it was good duty. I
Was
enjoyed
it?
it. Yeah, good food. Really
Oh,
good food.
Good. Just one of the perks, right? I'm
Right.
thankful that you didn't have to go in and, be in the fields and in battle.
Yeah. Yeah, I was usually warm and dry for the most part.
That's
so.
good. That's good. So how then? Tell us a little bit about Freedom's Never Free. We're going to talk about that a little bit because in the beginning of November, there's a special at the fairgrounds. There's a special event which is called Freedom's Never Free, and we learned yesterday that you are very involved with that. And you want to tell us a little bit about how that got started?
Well, best we can figure, it started in 2005 with Remnants signing. It's a signing group. And from there, it evolved into what we do now. It just keeps getting bigger and bigger.
Tell us what the sole purpose of Freedom's Never Free.
Freedom's Never Free honors active military, veterans, and first responders. So,
What I thought was really amazing yesterday when we talked is just that this is really a local event that started. You
Yes.
guys have put a lot of manpower into it, a lot of just hands-on, and you do a lot of this yourselves.
right, we have traveling memorials that go all over the country. We have World War II memorial, Korean War memorial. We have the new one for the first responders, and we have what we call the Small Wars and Conflicts Memorial, which deals with basically the smaller conflicts.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Can you talk a little bit about the Field of Honor?
Field of Heroes.
Field of Heroes, thank you.
That's fine. Well, it's an honor.
It's an honor.
It's
It
an honor
is.
to be
I'm
in it. We have a program set up where you can purchase a flag, and it's for anyone. You don't have to be deceased to get a flag,
That's nice.
and it's open to not only military but first responders also.
Okay.
And you purchase the flag, and on the edge of the flag it has the name and rank and branch of service, or whatever you want to put on there. The first responders, what they do. And that flag is kept and displayed every year then. Started out, I think they said the first year there was like about 14 flags or so. And as of the other day, we have 247 flags this year.
Wow.
That's going to be a beautiful sight.
Because you place those all out at the fairgrounds there.
Yes, if you've ever gone up Columbus Street and seen all the flags out there at the fairgrounds. That's us.
You know, something too that's I want to talk about a little bit. You know, Fairhope really, really depends on our volunteers. We have an amazing bunch of volunteers. I mean, in our prime before COVID, we had about 130 volunteers. Now we are slowly getting back up to there. And they do things for us that we forget that we need. You know, they are just at our beck and call. They help us in all different areas. As I'm listening to you, I bet this takes a lot of volunteers. So you probably are willing to have any kind of help and volunteers you can.
Yes.
Okay.
It does take a lot of volunteers.
Yeah.
And Kim got drafted. She's our most
Yes.
recent
So I'm on the committee
inductee.
now.
All right, very good.
We honor veterans.
All right.
Very dear and near to my heart,
Uh-huh.
so that's good.
But for the most part, most part, the planning goes for a whole year. You know, when it ends this year, we start planning for next year.
Yeah, you'd have to.
And, you know, the logistics, getting vendors, meeting with people. We're a 501c3, so
For donations.
everything is done through goodness of others, you know.
Yeah.
And it takes a lot of work. We don't have a lot of people,
Yeah.
so we can always use more, you know. And you don't have to be skilled. It doesn't matter what your skill set is or whatever. We can put you to work somewhere.
It's sort of like I talked about with our volunteers. We have some that all they do is they come in and do office work. We have some that sit with patients, some that go out and help in the yard. So it doesn't matter what you can do. You just need bodies and hands.
Exactly.
Okay.
Yes.
Okay.
So if you're just tuning in, we are talking with Bill Reed, and he is on the committee with Freedom's Never Free, and that is going to be the first week of November. And we wanted to share that information because it's every year. It's been since 2005. So it's going to be at the Fairfield County Fairgrounds on November 3rd, 4th, 5th, and 6th, Wednesday to Saturday. And in the next segment, we will talk more about the details of Freedom's Never Free. But you can find out information about Freedom's Never Free at freedomsneverfree.com. And if you have questions about Fairhope Hospice and Palliative Care and the care that we can provide your loved one or someone that you know that is in need of hospice care, our number is 740-654-7077, or you can check out our website at fairhopehospice.org, and our toll-free number 800-994-7077. And stay tuned, we'll be right back.
The Frankie Smith Funeral Home and Crematory in Lancaster and the Johnson Smith Funeral Home in Baltimore have a long and wonderful history of serving our community. Feel free to give us a call at 740-653-0652. Stop in and see us at either of our two locations, 405 North Columbus Street in Lancaster and 207 South Main Street in Baltimore. Respect for tradition, regard for change.
Fairfield Medical Center took care of me like I was family.
I was made to feel like I was the only person that they were going to see that day, even though I knew that wasn't the case.
Everyone at Fairfield Medical Center was very attentive. They just put my mind at ease.
I was there for 12 days, and I felt comfortable there.
We were people to them, not a number. They took the time to get to know us, our personalities.
Well, they saved my life. You know, how do you beat that?
I don't know how I could have gotten through it without them.
Experience Fairfield Medical Center.
Fairfield Federal. When it comes to our customers and our community, we go above and beyond to help. Our people make the difference.
We were retiring from Tucson, Arizona, and we made a retirement trip out around Ohio, having decided that's where we wanted to be. And we came across this town called Lancaster, and we fell in love with the downtown area where the fountain is and the memorials and the flags and all this stuff. And we looked around and I said, there's our bank right there.
There's something to be said about a community bank in your hometown.
Right. If you live in the community, you should do business in the community as much as possible. So it makes sense to bank with the community bank where you live.
Fairfield Federal is the bank to be at. If you live in this town or any town actually, you want to bank at a local home bank. And the employees are happy here, they're conversant, customer service is through the roof. There's nothing more you could ask for.
Personal or business banking, whatever you need, we take it seriously because we know you do. Stop by today at any of our 3 locations and see why the difference is clear. Fairfield Federal Savings and Loan specializes in banking that revolves around you.
Member FDIC, Equal Housing Lender.
Life is unpredictable. That's why estate planning is important. Estate planning provides you comfort and peace of mind knowing that you're taking care of your loved ones and ensuring your legacy lives on just as you envisioned. You lived a life that is beautifully and uniquely yours. You deserve an estate planning attorney who understands that and creates a plan as unique as you and in the best interest of your loved ones. You deserve the local, trusted, experienced attorneys at Dagger Law.
Welcome back to Fairfield today, here at Fairhope Hospice and Palliative Care, home of the Pickering House. Hi, I'm Kim Shook, Community Education Coordinator here at Fairhope. And with me today is Kristin Glazier, our President and CEO.
Thank you. Welcome back.
And so we have Bill Reed with us today. He's a committee member for Freedom's Never Free. And so we've been honoring veterans the whole month of November, and we hope you are too there at home and have a special veteran in your life. But with us here at Fairhope, we're going to talk about a little bit more about National Hospice Month and honoring veterans here at Fairhope for our patients.
It is. So November is a pretty special month for us. It's where we get to celebrate and celebrate our veterans, but also celebrate hospice throughout the United States, and especially here, Fairhope here in Lancaster and surrounding areas. So we talked a little bit before about just being able to kind of reach out to Fairhope and how you go about getting someone that you love or someone that needs our service really connected with Fairhope. And what I want to make sure that our listeners and viewers understand is it's as easy as picking up the phone and making one phone call. Let us do that work for them. I think sometimes it's so hard to take that first step. It's hard to say those words. It's hard to just reach out and know what you want. That's our job. Our job is to take that pressure off of you. If you make one call and you say, you know what, Dad's not doing great. I'm not sure what I need. Well, let us walk you through it. So what we can do then is kind of explain what Fairhope does, what our hospice does. We can reach out to your physician and really just talk with your physician and say the family's in need of some things and we think maybe hospice is the right thing. So ultimately it is the physician's decision. They have to give us what's called an order, but they'll reach out to us. We'll call them. We'll set everything up for those families. And that way they can continue just to be families. Let us do the things to help provide quality of life and comfort care. And that's really what I want people to hear today, is that hospice is here. It's just a phone call away.
And it's better to call us sooner than later because folks are not getting that extra care that we can provide soon enough. And they could have taken advantage of all that extra care that we can give them and support to the families so the families can be family and celebrate their loved one during that journey that they're on with a terminal illness and things that they're going through.
I think what's really hard is families think, I'm not ready for hospice because I'm not done yet. And we don't want you to be finished. Hospice, and studies have shown that when someone signs on to hospice, their quality of life and really their life is extended because they're comfortable, they're pain-free, they're getting what they need in the home, they can live life, they can still go out and do the things they want, but there's that piece is kind of taken away, that responsibility where every minute you have to worry about, okay, so I might be in some pain, what do I do? Do I go to the hospital? What do I do? All you have to do is make a phone call. You're going to call us, you're going to call your nurse and say, hey, I'm having a bad day, what do you think? We come out, we take a look, and really that oftentimes extends people's life.
It helps make them more comfortable so they can continue to have good days and more good days than in discomfort.
The technical definition of hospice is that someone who, if their disease follows the normal progression, that their life expectancy is less than 6 months. So sometimes we know that's true. Sometimes we have patients on service who are really on service with us for a lot longer than 6 months. Sometimes much shorter. But what we want to encourage people and want people to understand is that you can be with us for as long as that terminal illness, continues to be there, and which we know at that point we can't often save our patients, but we know that condition is going to take their lives, but we can give them a lot of really good quality time. So you could be with us for months and months, and that's okay.
I know we've had several patients that's been on several years, depending on how their diagnosis affected them and how they coped with it and fought through that diagnosis and those symptoms, and we got those managed, and it helps prolong their life.
You're right about that, and we have such a great team. So we have a great team of physicians who every week we can review patients that need us to take a whole picture, a whole look at them. We have social workers that can visit monthly. We have chaplains if that's something that the family would desire. We have home health aides that come out. We have great nurses, great case managers. We have the Pickering House here, so if people need a rest, if they need a break, if they have a symptom that they're struggling with at home and they need to come into the Pickering House for a little while, we have that too. So we just have a big team, a big, wonderful team that can come out and really meet you where you are.
And it's just such a amazing concept of what we do here, and I think our reputation precedes us, as in the care we can provide and the support we give the family and the community.
Our social workers, our chaplains, our nurses, and even our nurse practitioners for our palliative program, they're available 24 hours a day, 7 days a week. There's not a lot of places, I think, that do that. So if it's the middle of the night, you're nervous, you're afraid, something's going on, you just don't feel right, you pick up the phone and you make that phone call, and we're going to send someone out to help you, because we don't want anyone to do this alone, and we're really the experts in this field, so what we can offer is just comfort and support.
And then all they have to do is just give us a call. It's 740-654-7077. And it's just easy just to make that phone call, and it takes that pressure off, and knowing that you have a team approach here for you for your diagnosis with a terminal illness. For hospice care and palliative care.
So really, if you make that first phone call here, let us do the work for you. Let us ease your mind, and let us pull together the things that we need to, and just offer your family support.
And celebrating National Hospice Month.
That's right.
It's pretty special here.
So the other thing that's special to us are our veterans. So we have a program here at Fairhope that we call We Honor Veterans. We've been doing that for a few years now, and really what that means is we offer the opportunity for any veterans that are on hospice, if they served in the military, what branch were they in during wartime? Did they were they in there for, peacetime? What exactly did they do? So what we do then is we do that assessment, and then we ask them if we can honor them. And sometimes it's a really wonderful program. It's really growing. We have a great team of volunteers that we pick up the phone and they go. Because what we'll do is we will offer a certificate to our veterans. We do a proclamation, and that really is provided by anybody who's had a family member in the military. My father was in the United States Army, and so I have been privileged to really do some of these pennings, and they're very beautiful. And really it's just a time to show those veterans that thank them and honor them, because oftentimes they didn't get a thank you. They didn't get recognized, and some of them, are here with us on Fairhope maybe for their last days, and they've never had a chance to kind of talk about it. So we are very honored. That's special to us, and so we are so honored to join you in Freedom's Never Free as you honor lots of veterans. How many did we say yesterday that we kind of anticipated might be in and out of the Freedom's Never Free exhibits?
But it's hard to keep track because they come in all different hours, but usually a couple thousand come through.
That's really something. So can we talk a little bit about what this whole event entails and what kind of events that we have?
We sure can.
Okay.
Yes, it's November 3rd, which is Wednesday, and they are going to have an escort. Traveling memorials are coming to town at about 4 o'clock, so tell us about that.
They're going to gather at the roadside rest in northbound lane down near Rockbridge, and leave from there about quarter to 4, and they should hit the fairgrounds around 4 or a little after. And that'll be our small wars and conflicts, our first responder, and Lima Company Eyes of Freedom's coming again this year. and they're gonna be coming in. And after the memorials arrive at the fairgrounds, there'll be a little ceremony.
Okay.
After that.
And then the opening ceremonies is on Thursday, November 4th at 4 p.m. And this is all taking place at the Fairfield County Fairgrounds in the Ed Sands building. And then out there in the grassy area along Columbus Street will be the Field of Heroes. So on Wednesday, with the opening ceremonies, tell us about what's going to happen there for the opening ceremonies.
There'll be some speakers. Our plans are we'll have some of the first responders speak, like the sheriff, chief of police, fire chief, things like that.
And the McLean Silent Drill Team will be there
Thursday
at the opening ceremonies.
Mhm.
Yes. And then Alan Wallace, he will be the guest speaker as he was at the Pentagon on 9/11. So he will be there.
We've had the privilege to meet with him and hear him
Yes.
speak before, so it's really
It's interesting.
It sure is.
And then the real special thing that's going to happen at the opening ceremony is the Field of Heroes posting of the colors. So tell us about that.
Well, we're going to do it a little different this year. Used to be we had our opening ceremonies up the building, then we'd go down and post the colors. This year we're going to start with the flags since, like I said, we have almost 250.
Wow.
We want to make sure we get them all posted before it gets dark.
Yeah.
And then after the posting at the Field of Heroes, we'll go on up to the Ed Sands building for the opening ceremonies. There'll be the drill team be performing. There's going to be what would be the regular opening ceremonies take place then. The guest speakers, you folks will be doing the pinning
Yes,
for the
we'll do
veterans.
pinning ceremony. So anyone out there watching, if you know a veteran or you are a veteran, feel free to come out for that. And we were going to do a pinning ceremony and pass out certificates and pin the veterans. So that'll be nice to share that with the veterans. Yeah. And there'll be a singer there doing the national anthem and all of those festivities. And then what's happening on Friday evening at 7 p.m.?
I hear there's a USO dance.
All
Yes.
right. That's what I'm interested in. I would love to see that.
With the nostalgics.
Yes, with the nostalgics. They're always a big hit. And if you don't dance, you can always tap your toes.
There you go.
And there'll be food trucks on site during this Freedom's Never Free. And then on Saturday at 4 p.m., there'll be the appreciation celebration and closing ceremony. So we just thank you for all of this that you're bringing to the community. This Freedom's Never Free is just amazing. Anyone wanting to volunteer, come out during any of those days to help volunteer with just different things. It's the festivities, and then just come out and enjoy the festivities.
And the website they can go to, if they want to volunteer, maybe they've missed it this year, but they think this is a passion of theirs, they go to the website then, and
Right.
that website is freedomsneverfree.com.
Yes.
Okay?
And there's a phone number posted on there.
Okay,
Yes.
great.
And Jeannie Ignash is the chairman of Freedom's Never Free, and she has a team of a committee that is helping put this on. And so please join us. It's going to be a great time to honor veterans in our community.
And it's all free.
And
It's all
yes,
free.
all free. Food trucks, though, purchased.
Yeah.
But,
Yeah.
but all of the other festivities and the memorials that will be in the Ed Sands building are just amazing.
Thank you so much for being with us today.
Well, thanks for having me.
Yeah,
And
looking
thank
forward to
you
it.
for joining us today. And if you have any questions or information that you need about hospice and palliative care, please give us a call at 740-654-7077 or check out our website at fairhopehospice.org and our toll-free number 800-994-7077. And also check out our Facebook page, and Freedom's Never Free has a Facebook page as well. So lots of dates and information and events on those and interaction with our community. And so remember,
Celebrate life.
Interphase Video presents Fairfield Today. Brought to you by Fairfield Federal Savings and Loan, Fairfield Medical Center, Fairhope Hospice and Palliative Care, the Fairfield County Board of Developmental Disabilities, Dagger Law, and the Frank E. Smith Funeral Home.